think about that every month. It's like once a month I'm like, should I just leave? What if I quit? What if I just never streamed again? No, but then I end up going back to it, and then I have a good stream, and I'm like, okay, maybe this is the reason. Or someone comes to my stream, says, hey, you really helped me with my anxiety today. Like, this coziness is like helping me a lot, and I'm like, okay, maybe this is worth it.
Before we begin today's episode, it has been brought to my attention by more than one person that you guys are not aware that bloopers actually exist, and I always post them to Patreon. So if you're interested in seeing bloopers, having early access, and other things that I might include in the Patreon, you can go and check out at patreon.com/the growth rate. Everything that I make there will help continue the podcast. So if you just want to support, there's also that way of supporting what I'm trying to build here. Thank you for listening and enjoy the episode. Welcome to the Growth Rate Podcast, where we dive into real streamer stories and find out what is behind the streamer. I'm your host, Patty, and today I have with me Shania. Editing Patty here. Our lovely guest only corrected me on her name at the end of the episode, but I am now aware that her name is pronounced Shania. That name does not exist here. I'm sorry. Just before anyone comes at me in the comments, I'm sorry. Shania is a comfy, cozy gamer that loves not so cozy games. She co-works and crochets, and she sold out at TwitchCon Artist Alley on the first day. How amazing is that? Shania, thank you so much for joining us today. How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. The way you hyped me up. Like,
I always love to hype out people.
I'm like, oh my goodness. I was like, oh yeah. That thing. I did that. I was actually talking about that recently, how people have been hyping me up. And I'm like, oh yeah, but I always tend to just put myself down or compare myself to other people. Sorry, I'm like already starting a conversation. But people are like, but no, you did this thing. And I'm like, oh, I guess. But like, I could be doing this other thing that's pretty cool. And they're like, no.
I do that as well. Like, you know, people say, you did this, it's amazing. And I'm like, no, I did that, but I could have done such like a more amazing thing.
I could have did it better.
Exactly. So I love to start the episodes by asking how your story on Twitch began, like your origin story. How did you start and why did you start streaming?
In 2020, in the summertime, like August, I was playing Animal Crossing a lot. I was laying in bed playing Animal Crossing for 15 hours straight. And I made like a little Animal Crossing Instagram and had like a small community there and made a little bit of friends. And then I thought, what if I started streaming? My boyfriend at the time had a whole computer set up. He was at work most of the day, and I just needed to just press the go live button, and that's literally it. And so I started doing that, and I was very shy, very quiet, and played Animal Crossing and just ran around like I would if I laid in bed. But the only thing is that it came to the point where I streamed to get out of bed because it was COVID. I had no friends. I didn't have a job. So I literally just used it as a motivation to get out of bed every day.
Wow. Well, that's interesting. I mean, you're the first one to have that type of beginning, you know. Was this like after studying? Were you not doing studies or anything?
I was in college, but it was summertime, so there wasn't like stuff happening. Yeah.
So if you had that small group of people on Instagram, did those people watch your streams at the beginning, or did you start with like, oh, no one watching?
Yeah, I got affiliate like right away because I've been like, oh, post on my Instagram story, I'm live playing Animal Crossing, come watch me decorate my island. And then I had like a small group of friends and they helped me get affiliate. But I also stayed at those numbers for a while and just kind of did whatever. not just Animal Crossing. I did art. I was in college for animation. I did my animation homework on stream. So I wasn't really growing because I was doing whatever I wanted.
What actually kept you going on those early days was that, it helped you with your art in real life stuff, right?
Yeah. It just was nice to just kind of talk to a few people, just be there and talk to people, even when it was like so rough in COVID times.
You said like you got affiliate straight away, but you also got partner in like 8 months. Even though you said that you were just doing
I
whatever.
know.
So how did you get partner so fast?
I don't know. It was really strange. So I September came around and I went to college, and so I started doing my homework and stuff on stream. I got my first PC because I was streaming from my laptop at the time. Got my first PC in December, and I said, "What if I quit college because I don't like it anyway? It's rough." And I just continue full time streaming at 2 years. This is ridiculous. Don't do this. What if I just become a full time streamer at 2 years? I'm on like unemployment right now. I can like kind of survive for a little bit if it doesn't work out. So I did. I got my first PC in December, and then in January I started randomly averaging 60 viewers out of the blue, out of nowhere. And I was solely playing Animal Crossing.
The Animal Crossing community then really came up for you.
Yeah, I don't know why. It was suddenly it was like a switch happened and I was streaming to 60 to 80 people daily out of the blue. And I was averaging 4.
Wow. That is a big jump. Yeah.
I
You
don't
would have
know.
to go and see the
I don't
stats,
know.
what happened in Animal Crossing. Did imagine like a big streamer quit streaming and all these people watched you.
Maybe. I was also villager hunting for like it was a super long villager hunt. It was like 2,000 tickets. And so I think people just kept coming back to seeing if I got that villager.
Oh, you had like a challenge going in a way.
Yeah. And so it was constantly villager hunting, villager hunting, villager hunting.
So how did you go from just streaming Animal Crossing to now you do co-working and then gaming?
Yeah, it was really hard because when I got partner or when I was pushing for partner, I was like, I got to keep playing Animal Crossing now. I can't like play something else. I can't go and play Assassin's Creed like I did 2 months ago. I can't do art on stream like I did 2 months ago because that's going to ruin it. So I continued playing Animal Crossing. Once I got partner, I instantly switched over and played Breath of the Wild. And it was rough. It was sad because 20 people showed up for that stream instead of my usual 80 at the time. And so I was like, oh, I guess I got to keep playing Animal Crossing. And it really hurt me mentally thinking like, oh, people are just here for one game. They're not here for me. But I kind of, after 6 years, I've kind of realized like, hey, you got to do stuff and play things yourself for your mental health and not worry about, yeah, this game you averaged 120, but like, do you really want to play that game forever? No.
You need some kind of like stability in not just the numbers, but
Yeah.
in yourself, because so many people just get stuck in a game and you cannot just play one game forever.
It's like, yeah. And then I also, I feel like I'm such like a variety streamer. It's like, I love like story games. Story narrative games are my favorite, even if it's cozy or not cozy. Like Expedition 33 is my favorite game of all time. And I played it all on stream, but like my average was not great. But like I had the best time. It's not to worry about the numbers anymore. I don't even look at them. I'm like, some people ask me what average you have. I'm like, I gotta go look. I don't
But
know.
that's a good thing, that means that you have enough to survive to do this full time without needing to know what your average is.
Yeah, it kind of sucks a little bit when sponsorships come around and they're like, hey, so we can only, I see by your average of this that we can only offer you this. I'm like, really? I know my worth is more than that.
Exactly. Yeah. That it's really rough when especially, sponsorships just look at the numbers and not what you can actually bring as a person for them. It is what it is.
Exactly. Like, I have more reach than that, actually.
You said when you got partner, you switched to Breath of the Wild. Did you actually play the full game, or did you get that I need to go back to Animal Crossing straight away?
I need to go back to Animal Crossing. I didn't play the full game. I beat it a couple years ago, and I was just like, I just want to play something else. And I thought Animal Crossing or Breath of the Wild would be in the same kind of realm because it's cozy, but it's just running around. But guess not. So I was talking to a few friends saying, like, how should I manage this? And I had a few friends who also deal with the same thing. And they said, start with Animal Crossing and then switch over. Or do the thing that has the higher viewers and then switch over.
Like on the same stream?
Yeah. So it's not instantly the same. Like, it's not instantly 20 viewers. It's 80, and then it'll might trickle down, but at least you'll feel better about it.
I guess that's a nice trick to do that. I've seen people like playing two games in one stream. I never thought that that could be, you know, the reason why they do it.
Yeah, and that's why I also co-work and then switch over. Still doing the same trick.
So when did you start doing co-work? Because for me, co-work is like a big part of your identity now, because it also might be because time zone. When I see your stream, you're doing co-work, and when I go to bed is when you start gaming.
Yeah, so co-working I actually started 2 years ago. And I actually started it in this room, which is really random. Mood back here. It was just kind of like I needed to work on stuff. Like, I really needed to edit. I really needed to post more clips and be more active on other social medias. And that's kind of what I started doing. I just started doing it on stream, co-working. And it's still what I do now. I edit all my clips and videos on stream.
Sometimes I have to do co-work stream to edit. Otherwise, I'm not going to edit. I'm going to do other stuff.
I can't do it. I'm like, I'm gonna sit here and just like go on my phone instead of going to this VOD. Like,
I open YouTube and I get distracted immediately. So as a partner, you actually had like a front page experience, right? How did that go?
when the Women's Guild first became a thing in like 2023, I actually was on the front page for 3 months.
Wow.
It was specifically for a month, but they kept me there and I don't know why, which was great. My average was like in the hundreds for 3 months. It was an incredible time. I played whatever I wanted, knowing the number wasn't like anybody could be there. It was great. I played a lot of Pokemon, I think. I think Tears of the Kingdom came out at the same time. Yeah, I don't know. That time was wild. I'm like, why am I still here on the front page 2 months later? I don't know.
Was it very like overwhelming?
It was at first.
Yeah, I see a lot of people like, asking the mods to be there because there's going to be so much more people than usual and all that.
For sure. I think like there's the front page is a little bit odd because there is like the front center, they call it the hero slot, where that's where most of the traffic will go through and a lot of people click your stream. But like when I was on the front page for 3 months, I was like a couple of rows over. So you just have to like click. So not a lot of people went through it and clicked it. So there was not a lot of high traffic, but you did get the viewership.
That's interesting. I also find interesting that you got it for such a long time when I know of other partners that, either get denied or, only get one
Yeah,
day.
so that was when the Women's Guild first like became a thing. So they had people on the front page for a month at a time instead of a day. And then now it's like partners in the partner Discord can apply for a time slot. And I still haven't gotten accepted for that.
Oh, so it changed over the years.
So
That's
weird.
interesting.
It changed. It changed a lot. And I'm like, okay, why is it just partners now and not like marginalized creators in the guilds? Okay. You're still gonna put the white men on the front page, but that's fine.
You have your milestones like on your panels. So you had like your follower hits and all of that. Do you find that it was like a big difference because you hit like 15,000 back in 2023 and then from there till now it's just like a 5,000 change. Do you find it a big difference when you were growing back at those early times and now?
For sure. When I played Animal Crossing, I used to get 100 followers a day. I don't I don't know why. I don't
People
know
really like
how.
that game.
But I'm like, now I'm like, I I don't know, it blew up so much and then the update came out and it was just no, I don't. Yeah, I used to get $100 a day, and now it's like now I get 5, 10, and like I'm not. I used to be kind of upset about it, or like my average is not connecting with how many followers I have, and that was like really hard for me. But I don't look at it too much. I still celebrate the tiny milestones, like hey, I've hit 20.1, 20.2. Like I still celebrate those. And before I used to celebrate the big 5 marks, but now I have to celebrate the little ones, and that's fine.
Yeah, I feel like followers on Twitch are, it's really crazy because you can have so many followers from being a streamer for such a long time, and so many people just leave the platform completely. So
Yeah, and that's
it
fine.
just makes people look at your follower and be like, how do you have so many followers and only these viewers? And I'm like, people just shouldn't do that.
Yeah, for sure. I've compared myself to other people, like, oh, they have 20,000 and they average
Yeah.
300. But like, I can't think like that. I feel like my communities, I'm very much like, just come and go at your own pace. You can leave. I've had so many people leave and come back a couple years later, like, hey, life happened. I'm like, I get it.
That's so true.
Leave and come back whenever you please, truly. Like, I'll still be here. I'll still remember you.
Yeah, I feel like those moments are also, they're really nice. Someone just opened the platform and they still remember you and go and say hi. I think that's also a nice moment for us.
Yeah, for sure. I've had multiple people use me as a background for them giving birth.
That's a very random.
And then I met this person at PAX and they go, yeah, so my daughter's like 6 years old now. I'm like,
Wow.
that's wild. I was there.
I was there for the birth. I just did not know it.
Yeah, she's like, oh, I'm giving birth right now. I just have your stream on. I'm like, what? I mean, I'm glad I can be of help, I guess.
I want to shift just a little bit because I think what made me want to invite you here is that, I feel like you're very genuine and open about who you are and your community. I saw that your community is called the Cozy Clouds. And, when I look at your channel, your art has very much this vibe. And you actually have like a big list of values that you want people to follow. How did you like figure out this was the type of community you wanted to build?
When I first was on, I feel like when I first was on Twitch and like the first year, I had a big identity crisis of like what I want my brand to be, what I want people to come into. And I've taken inspiration from a couple of other creators who have kind of like similar values and are a little bit bigger. And I'm like, yes, I want this to be kind of the space I give. I reach out to a lot of friends who have similar kind of values, very whimsical and soft and cozy, and but also take no shit. And that's kind of the space I want to give, and like have very queer, neurodivergent friendly, and marginalized friendly, marginalized folks friendly, I guess, words.
I feel like that you do give that type of vibe because whenever I want a cozy space and you're on, definitely the place that I want to be. I might not talk in your streams a lot, but
Oh, that's fine. It's a very lurker friendly.
as a streamer, I kind of want to be like the type of viewer that I also like having, but I also love my lurkers, so they're an important part of it.
For sure. I wanted to have a stream where I would want to watch, if that makes sense. Like if I clicked my own stream and be like, yes, I want to
Yes,
be here.
exactly. That is so valid. You're also very open about like your identity, about being queer, about the pots, and your mental health side of things. What made you decide that you wanted to be like that transparent?
I just feel like I'm a very open and transparent person in general, but also I've explored my identity and had like realizations throughout my streaming career. I was very like open with it, and even I think it was 2021, I told my chat like, "Hey, I think I'm asexual." And they're like, "Oh." And I'm like, "Which is random because my boyfriend at the time told me I maybe was. So we all went through that whole process together on stream of like, am I ace? Like, is this? And then we all had this conversation of, yes, I have the same feeling or I feel the same way. And they were also ace. So it was very much like an open conversation with me in my chat of identities and being ace and being bi. And it was very nice. And it was very cute.
I feel like you were only able to, have this open conversation because you kind of curated the community like very similar to you, and because, you're open and transparent, then your community is going to be the same.
Yeah, I always felt like I've been like that as a person.
How does like streaming interact with like the physical side of your day? Do you feel like, having your POTS and, arthritis and all of that, does it make it harder? Do you find ways to go around it?
Yes. So with pots for me is that I struggle sometimes with like getting up super fast and like I will be super weak, or like if I don't feel well, I will like get up and go get food instantly. Be like, oh, I don't feel well. My chat's like, eat something, drink water, do something. Or if I don't feel well, I'm like, guys, my stomach hurts, and they're like, and go lay down. I'm like, I guess I will, but I do tend to like push myself even though I don't feel well. But my chat's very,
Chat is very good at taking care of their streamer then.
yeah, go lay down, go take your vitamins, go go eat something. I'm like, oh, it's 4 p.m. I still haven't eaten. They're like, put on words on stream. Go eat something.
It's really nice to have like that type of supportive community in that way. Like we'll be here. Just go take a moment and take care of yourself. That's really nice
Exactly.
because I feel like there's communities that are not like that. I followed for some time a streamer that does Beat Saber, and Beat Saber is like really rough on your body, and if you're gonna stream it for like 3 hours without breaks, sometimes she stops to drink and maybe eat a snack for like 5 minutes, and she has people being like, "Why are you not playing the game?" And I'm like, "Are you serious? Let the woman eat."
No, I play one song and I'm done. Like, I get that. I used to play Beat Saber.
But that's crazy, and that's why I feel like the having a community like you do, they care and allow you to, be comfortable with this is really nice.
Yeah.
You also mentioned, because you have so much information in your panels, it was nice. It was easy to go.
I like that. Okay. I don't want panels that are just clickable that have nothing.
Yeah. But you mentioned that you're autistic. You might not pick up on jokes. Have you had like to find ways to communicate with your audience, or is your community so neurodivergent that they all get it?
It's a lot of my panels are like so specific and like the rules and stuff because it's like they'll say a joke. I'm like, I don't get it. What are you trying? I'm like, I get it, but I don't think this is
Yeah.
funny. And they're like, oh. So I do say that a lot. I'm like, or I'll like look at my show and go,
I get it that you're trying
is
to
this a
be
joke?
funny, but I don't really think it's funny.
I'm like, you're supposed to be, you're trying to act funny, right? I don't think it's funny. Or I'll say something, I'm like, that was kind of rude. And they're like, oh, that was a joke. I'm like,
What's it?
oh. I mean, I need to do this more often where there's like a command of, oh, what is it called? Like where you put like /J at the side, at the end, like you're joking. I forget what it's called, but like there's a lot of them, or like /S if you're being serious, or slash. I need to put that in my chat more often. I usually do sometimes, but I'm like, but I should just be like, hey, we should do this more, and especially if you're trying to make a joke, because I have no idea.
It's gonna go right over.
It's gonna go away. Yeah, it's gonna go right over my head, and I'm like, oh, and then I'll think about it, like, oh, I think that was a joke. Literally 5 hours later, I think I get it now.
I think for me, it's more because I have ADHD, and sometimes they are like responding to something we talked 5 minutes ago, and I'm like, I need
Oh my god,
context.
I'm so
I already
bad.
forgot
I'm like, what are you talking about? What did I say?
all the time.
And they'll say yes. I'm like, wait, what did I ask? I don't know.
What about crochet? How did that all start?
I started crocheting in January of 2025. I started doing it on stream and just to like test it out. I wanted another hobby. I tried a little bit a couple months before, but I didn't get the right yarn or it was really odd. So I was like, okay, chat, I'm going to sit here and do it on stream. Every Friday, we're going to just do something and seeing if it works. And so I started learning stitches and how to make granny squares. And then a couple months later, I guess I got accepted to TwitchCon as a vendor and I went. I don't know.
That's crazy. I mean, was it like your viewers that went to and bought your stuff, or was it like anyone random that didn't even know you that liked your things?
It was a little bit of both. Like, yeah, I had people I knew, a couple of my streamer friends that came and like running to my booth, but I didn't have a lot. So TwitchCon let me know that I was going to be a vendor 3 months before. Yeah, it was like 2, 3 months, and I was like, okay, I have to sit here and I have to grind the crap out of crocheting and figure out what I want to do. So I've made as many bags as I could. I made as many hats as I could, and I put them there. A lot of viewers came by, a lot of community members, a lot of just streamers that I was friends with because I posted everywhere, like, "Hey, I'm going to be vending," and then it sold out day one.
I feel for us is harder because I don't know crochet. I do cross stitch. So when it's like physical things that are very time consuming, we're not gonna have as much as like someone that sells
It's like,
prints.
yeah, like yeah, exactly. Like I can't stack a bunch of prints and stickers. Like I can't mass print stickers. I have to sit there and spend 3 days on
Yeah,
one bag.
exactly.
It was wild. I actually had to go to I was like play testing a game for an hour, and I had my friends stay at my booth while I went to go do that. I came back and I had 3 things left. I'm like,
What
guys,
happened?
what happened? They're like, oh, we were trying to sell you out when you left. What do you mean? What do you mean I have 3 things? I have a hat and like 2 bags
But
left.
the good side of that is that for the rest of TwitchCon, you actually went to go and enjoy the event, right?
Yeah, but I had to ask like, so I sold out. Like, what do I do? Do I have to stay at my booth? And like, no one could answer the question. And then later, they're like, "Oh, you sold out. You stayed. What else am I supposed to do?" Like, I mean, I have my stuff still here. It's just I don't know. I did stay at the booth, but it was nice though to have like a place where you can just decompress because it's like a boxed in cube. So you can just like go hide in the corner and breathe for a little
Yeah,
bit.
I find that.
And that was very nice. I've had a few friends who like came by and sat in the corner. My booth ended up being like a meet and greet.
At least you found a use for it.
I ended up moving like some stuff and just had like the background be like a photo opportunity. It was so silly. And like everyone was coming by, and a lot of people missed me while I left for 1 hour. Like, oh, I missed you. I was I left for an hour. What do you
Going on your hobby tangent transition, now you're all about Formula One. How did that happen?
mean? Oh my god. Okay, so I got into Formula One for a boy back in 2023. I was okay. Backstory: I grew up liking cars. I was always in the car scene, so it wasn't like a random hobby I picked up. So I always had that interest. So in 2023, I was talking to a guy and he was like, "Oh, I love Formula One, blah blah blah." And I was like, "Okay, I guess it's time for me to get into it because I've seen it around and I knew I would get hyperfixated into it, but I would swipe it away. I'm like, I don't have the time for this, so I'd swipe it away. And then that guy just got me into it, and then I loved it ever since. still haven't been to a race. I want to, but
It's a
yeah.
very time consuming if you because the races are in different places, right? So you have to go across a lot of time zones there and everything. I do have some people in my chat that do, keep with it. Maybe I'll tell them to go to your stream. Hey,
Yeah.
you want a streamer that also likes it.
Oh my god, this is so random. I was ranking Formula One drivers on stream one day, and then Twitch was doing this thing where they were going into the women's category section, like front page thing, and gifting subs to people. And while I was ranking Formula One drivers, Twitch came in and dropped a bunch of subs and wanted to know the lore of like why I ranked this person all the way at the bottom. like, like, thanks, Twitch.
I love how they do that. I feel like I noticed they do that when they're live sometimes. When the Twitch channel is live, they have like a segment where they just go on random people's. It's super random. I don't know why, how.
But I'm here for it. Twitch gave me 10 subs, and then another staff member gifted me another 10. I'll take it.
Exactly. You have this like very cozy community and all of that, but then you like the not so cozy games. Does it ever crash or clash when you're playing something not cozy, and either you get community members that don't really align because they came to watch the game? Do you ever feel like there's some disconnect?
For sure. I try and like make a schedule and be like, we're gonna play a not cozy game Tuesdays and Thursdays. And then like the rest of the week will be a cozy game. So they'll hopefully know, like see when, but also that's why I start co-working. So if like they want to pop out because they don't like Resident Evil, that's fine. I'm gonna continue playing Resident Evil. And I'm not like upset when people leave either. It's just like I understand. Like I might not want to watch Resident Evil either. And that's okay. But for sure, I do notice like certain people are maybe not there during a cozy, not so cozy game. But also like I want to do this and play these games for me as well. And if like they're not there, that's okay. I'm not too hung up about it.
Yeah. I feel like I always need to find an extra mod when I do horror games because my mod does not like horror, and then I don't have a mod.
Real. No, that makes sense.
Going into like big picture Twitch, you went full time from, the beginning with 2 viewers. But when did you actually, reach the point where you were doing this full time, like revenue wise, let's say?
Probably right before I got partner because people love supporting affiliates and like hyping them up and giving a lot more money to smaller creators. And then I probably made more money being an affiliate than I did as a partner.
Really?
Yeah. When I first got partner, I got a lot of sponsorships and they paid me a lot. They paid me like 1,000 plus, which is wild. And now I don't even get close. And a lot of the reasons why I stay full time, or I can say I stay full time, is because I have people around me that help me. So I pay very little rent. Right now I lived in my sister's house. Before I lived with my boyfriend's house and he paid a lot of the bills. I pay very little rent. I paid very little. And it's because of that privilege that I had, I was able to go full time. And I feel like that's the case with a lot of other people. So what I would say to other creators is like, don't feel hard on yourself if you can't go full time because everyone who is full time has help, some way or form.
Yeah. We did have
Yeah.
a guest here that, was a streamer full time for like 10 years, but was always living with like his parents. There's always that little help.
There's always some. Yep.
Was there a moment where you like really wanted to quit, that, if you thought this was not for you?
Honestly, I have that. I think about that every month. It's like once a month. I'm like, should I just leave? What if I quit? What if I just never streamed again? No, but then I end up going back to it, and then I have a good stream, and I'm like, okay, maybe this is the reason. Or someone comes to my stream says, hey, you really helped me with my anxiety today. Like this coziness is like helping me a lot. And I'm like, okay, maybe this is worth it.
I feel like that goes around a lot. You're not the first one that, we have so many self-doubt, but then something good happens and that why would I quit?
Yeah. Or like, hey, you just won Twitch Rivals, and I'm like, oh, maybe I don't quit. Maybe I'm good at games.
Is there something you wished you knew like way back the first time you went live?
When I first started streaming, I never saw people who were like me, that were more quiet and not loud and not obnoxious. So because when I opened up Twitch, I saw loud people like who are more entertaining. I'm gonna say this in who I would say are more entertaining, or have a very loud personality and like really big presence, and I wasn't that. So I very pushed myself to be that loud, entertaining, full of energy person when I'm not, and I burn myself out super fast trying to have full max energy for 5 hours and being like, this isn't me. And so I found a streamer that was kind of similar vibe, and I'm like, hey, if she can do it, I can do it. So I started being more of myself. I started being more quiet. I started, not being very loud. I'm like, why was I being someone I wasn't, just to try and make it on the platform when there is an audience for everyone? Literally. There's content out there for everyone. So I really had to be like, okay, just be yourself.
That's like a great advice because I feel like when I started, it was very similar because the big streamers are all like gamers that, they either play these games that the reactions are what, gets the views. So they overreact all the time. And I was like, that's exhausting. No, I can't, I can't do that.
I get that. I have a lot of facial emotions and facial expressions. So I would do something, and then people would be like, your face. I'm like, I don't even realize I did that.
Fix your face, please. I don't know if I have that, but I don't know. Sometimes someone says something in chat and I give them a stare and they're like, oh my God, her face. And then they try to get that out of, they try to say something that would get that reaction again. And, now, whatever.
Yeah. I'll be co-working. Someone says something first time chat, and I'm like,
I feel like,
what is this person
I
talking
feel like
about?
it's good that we have like we talk with our face because in co-work we're muted. We need to
Yeah.
react somehow.
Sometimes I go cry in the corner when they're like being way too nice to me.
So you've been doing this for a while. Is there something like you're excited to build? Is there something you have planned for the future, or are you just going with the flow?
I'm going with the flow. I would love to, one of these days, be like Twitch ambassador. I did apply recently, but I don't know. I would love to be Twitch ambassador. That's like my biggest thing. I would love to get invited to like the Twitch HQ and be like a face for TwitchCon. Like you see all those faces of streamers. I would love to do that, but I don't know if that's ever the case. Maybe.
Yeah,
I don't know. That's like my
it's
biggest
really
goal.
fun.
Or be on like a billboard.
Yeah, it's really fun going to
Not
TwitchCon.
even for
The
Twitch.
only person I knew on the walls was Rosanna, and I was like, her face is everywhere.
Yes, Rosanna. And then in TwitchCon US, Nimbly, my friend Nimbly was faced there as well. And I'm like, oh my God, these are my
It's
friends.
so fun. I feel like this was like a very fun and very different conversation. You're like the first like more neurodivergent like me that have this different perspective on Twitch. And the on the quiet side, I feel like I only started seeing more quiet people even that do games when I started getting into the co-working community, because co-working is a very cozy calm vibe, and then when these people play games they continue the cozy calm vibes. I feel like that
Mhm.
was like the time where I thought, being like this, it's okay. And, I will find people that will enjoy this.
For sure.
Before we wrap up, is there something like we didn't talk that you would like our listeners to know?
I know we talked about Formula One a little bit, but I also do love like a lot of sports. other sports and I talk about them a lot. So right now, like the NHL playoffs are happening. And every day on stream, I'll be like, this person did this game went to double overtime, this person got this many goals. It's bad. I watched the Olympics, not on stream, but like co-worked and the Olympics were on, and I reacted to a hockey game on stream, and it was the most funniest thing ever. I was hiding behind my chair. I couldn't. So if you ever want to yap about sports, I'm your girl. I also love baseball, the MLB, hockey, Formula One.
Yeah, I think that people would go on your stream and be like, this is not the type of girl who would talk sports with us.
No, I know, it's so funny. They're like, I never knew you were in Formula One. I'm like, I don't know, the my Formula One shirt I'm wearing right now doesn't tell you.
So tell our listeners, where can they find you out there on the internet?
You can find me on Twitch, twitch.tv/Shania. And I'm Shania_TTV on every other platform.
Is that how I say your name? Because, you know, not being...
Shania, you pronounced it wrong earlier and I didn't correct you.
You know, because
and I'm like,
I don't know, because a lot of the times, is it like an English name or is it like a very specific?
Yes.
Because I'm Portuguese, right? A lot of the times when I don't know the word, I will read it as if it was a Portuguese word because I don't know how to pronounce it if it was an English word.
And that's fine. And that's fine. I'm not gonna judge people who are not like English, who like if you were English and lived in America, I would call you out so hard. But you're not, and I'm not gonna worry about it. I had friends and being like butchered. I'm like, do you not know who Shania Twain is? And they're like, oh my god, yes. Duh. And I'm like, because I was named after a big country singer. Yeah. So and that's fine. Like,
just one last question before I let you go. If I could have any streamer having a conversation similar to this, who would you like to see on an episode?
Oh, maybe Jules.
Hi, Jules.
Hi, Jules. Yeah, another coworker. I think she'd have a lot of information about. I know she does. I think it's environmental science. I could be wrong, and does a lot of work there. So I think it would be really good conversation.
And she's also like on the Latin guilds, right?
Yeah. Yes.
She's really nice. It's hard for me to catch a lot of, you know, people on your side of the globe because of time zones, but she's really nice. But yeah, thank you so much for being here and talking with us.
Of course.
And thank you to all our listeners at home. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to give us a follow. You can find The Growth Rate wherever pods are cast. We'll see you next time on The Growth Rate. The Growth Rate was created, hosted, edited, and produced by me. If you like the show, feel free to rate it on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. That really helps a lot. And don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you would like to listen ad-free and see all of this episode's bloopers, join us on Patreon at patreon.com/thegrowthrate. We also have a Twitter, Blue Sky, and Instagram at The Growth Rate. And if you know a streamer that would have an amazing story to share, leave your recommendation in the comments.